Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the input-output functions, how to use efficiently to reduce the speed and increase the efficiency for the competitive programming. So let's start with our video. Before moving to the input-output functions, let's discuss a standard template for the competitive programming in C++. The first line of the hash include bits /std_c++.h is include all the libraries required for the remaining program. The hash include line at the beginning of the code is feature of the G++ compiler that allows us to include entire standard library function in only one library. So there is no need to separately include libraries such as IOStream, vector, algorithm, maths.h and many more libraries. All this library comes in the bit/stdc++.h in the header file. The second thing that is the using namespace std. This line is you must need to include in your C++ program as it reduce all the hectic work of the later part of means std :cin, std :cout. So now let's move towards the video part, that is input output functions. Basically there are four functions to input output. The first two are the standard streams, that is the cin and cout. Then second two of the C functions, that is the scanf and printf. In C++ we can use all the functions of C functions also. Let's take a look on the input. Input for taking the demonstration of input, I take two variables from the int and one variable from the string, and we can simply take three inputs at a time like cin, a, b and x. This can be done with the help of space separation or any new line. For the space separation means 1 2 and then cpp. This can be also valid, then 1 2 or cpp, this also is valid, or 1 then 2 then cpp, this also valid. So now let's talk about the output function. For the output we can print as first variable, then second variable, then x, and at the end if you want to take a new line then we can put as a \n or endl. So which one is the fastest approach for the competitive programming? Because in competitive programming there is always time limit. \n is a fastest approach because endl always used to first clear the buffer and then go to the next line. So this time is reduced in the \n. So try to use the \n in your at the time of competitive programming. Let's now understand what is the fastest and difficult from the scanf printf, that is comes from C libraries, and cin cout that comes from the C++ libraries. The fastest approach is scanf printf because it is a more specific, that is a means we always give a %d or suppose %f for the float or %s for the string or %c for the char. This is a specific type of input, so it will understand more quickly. So scanf printf is a more fastest approach than cin cout, but that is a more difficult one. Suppose means that is a difficult one because if you want to take a float value then you always need to declare that what is the %f. If you want to take a int then you need to put that %d. So this is the more complicated part, but if you want to fastest approach then you can go with the scanf printf, otherwise you can stick with the cin cout. Next part is how to input a line with spaces. Most of the time what happen in the competitive programming, the input contain a whole line, that is a sentence, like how to read input line with spaces, and then as soon as we press the enter we assume that there is a next input came. So for that we can do a getLine function. This is a useful function for us to include any space separated whole bunch of the strings. And the last part we are going to discuss about the input output from the files. So freopen is the function which is used for the directly deal with the file. So here we are assuming that input.txt is a file name for the reading the file, and we are opening it in the read mode with the stdin function, and for the write mode we can use a w mode for the write. There are again various mode like a plus mode for the appending, and different kind of mode, that is r plus, then w plus. You can go through it, but the more standard are r and w only. So that's it for the today's video, guys. Hope you got some information. Bear with me in this series. You definitely going to learn the competitive programming as soon as the series will be completed. Thank you for the watching the video.